Hello, friends! We are going to be playing Kandria today, and I have Shinmera on the line. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing alright. It's an evening for me, and that's why the stream is very early for you guys, so my apologies for that.
It's all good. Yeah, we're trying. We wanted to get this scheduled, but it's like, what time works? Well, I'd usually stream at 5 o'clock, and you're like, that's the middle of my night.
Yeah, pretty much.
Understandable.
And I'm, unlike many game devs, I'm not a super night owl, so...
So, do you want to give the elevator pitch for the game before I hit a new game? Like, what is the... What does this do that's unique and interesting? What is the core elevator pitch here?
Ooh, that depends on the crowd, but I'm just gonna say if you like Celeste and you like to chill, then you're probably gonna like this game. So
I like both those
any
things.
of those
Let's
two
rock.
sound good, yeah.
Admin works for me. Interesting. Defaulting the save file to the name admin already adds a bit of storytelling.
It like picks the folder name of your user directory, I think. So.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought this was some environmental storytelling.
You're already giving me too much credit.
You're very clever. Yes. Can you walk? Yes. I can also jump.
Hasn't even been tutorialized yet. What the heck, man?
No way. Looks like most of your systems are still working. My name's Catherine. Come on, let's get out of here. Okay, let's get out of here. I like the move speed. A little bit higher than I expected it out of the gate. Oh man, they're already going to yell at me for that? Okay. This is where it ended and now begins. Not the most comfortable space to have spent a few decades. Okay. Little wonder I've had a bad back. So are we a robot? I think we're a robot. I mean...
Yeah.
Our name's Admin, so, we have to assume that we're robots.
Right.
Okay, so that's just a Cinemachine screen transition. It looks like the actual model is fluid between.
I'm not using Cinemachine or any of that. So.
I just meant that as a general term, but yeah, fair.
Right, okay.
So jump
height check. I don't even really know what a Cinemachine is. So
oh,
I understand it's like a Unity thing.
Yeah, it's just the way the Unity handles the camera controls. Right. And camera that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, by the way, is that just on my end, or is the cursor like visible for everybody?
Oh, heck. Yep, fixed.
There it is. I don't know why, like, I have specific code in there that should hide the cursor unless there's menu stuff, but for whatever reason Windows like doesn't notice when I hide the cursor, and then you need to move it like a millimeter for it to actually hide it. It's
yeah, it only checks. It's one of those classic issues where it doesn't check it until you move it. So if you don't move it, it never checks it. Yeah. Okay.
Though you would think that it would like automatically hide it when you set it to be hidden, but oh well.
You'd think so, but here we are.
Yeah.
So.
Hello, End King in chat. I'm doing alright. I've had an unnaturally good Saturday, so.
Hooray! So you.
How about yourself?
I'm just taking a look at coyote time and whatnot.
Sure.
Right on.
There's,
I like the way.
How big do you guess the coyote time is? How long in seconds? Or how many frames, if you prefer?
What is that, like 3 or 4? I don't know.
It's
really
0.08 seconds. Is coyote time.
That's pretty generous.
I remember that because people wanted me to look that up.
Oh. Oh, cool. Okay, there's a Celeste mode. I got it. I guess I see it now.
Yep.
Ooh, interesting.
Though
I like the
physics feel fairly different from Celeste. Like the game is a lot heavier. Is a big difference.
I like that moment pause before dashing forward. It's not like a flash instantaneous dash. It's has a little bit of lead in to the dash there.
Right.
And I like that for two reasons. One, that doesn't necessarily mean that dashing is always the fastest mode of operation.
Yeah, there's at least for horizontal sections, there's definitely a faster way of doing it.
Well, I found the speedrun strats. Dash preserves momentum across a launch. Across the slope.
That's actually one of those things that I thought was going to be like cool for puzzles at one point early in the design, but because the momentum is not big enough, you can't actually ever like launch yourself far enough with that for it to be interesting. So it's just like a neat detail, but it's not actually used. At one point around a year ago in development, we had like or I should say I had an idea for like a whole sliding mechanic where you could sort of like snowboard around. And that was going to be more momentum based, but I couldn't get it to like integrate well with the other mechanics, and so it was cut.
Ta-da! Here we are. What do you think? I like that. It's nice. Lie, it's nice. I don't know. You live here because it gives me "you live like this" kind of vibes. You know. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You live here? Hey, your voice box works. Yep, pretty amazing home, huh? Come look at this. I guarantee you won't have seen anything like it. You're probably right. I'm gonna check this way first.
She completely ignores all sarcasm.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a natural wall.
Yeah,
Take
this
opinion
effect
of mine.
used to be far more obvious, like it would completely occlude the player.
Okay.
But we had a very nice fella who has like a mild case of epilepsy, was kind enough to check the game for us, and this effect in particular was like a problem, so we had to tune it down a lot.
The music swelling is beautiful. I just want to make sure that it wasn't covering us up. Yeah, it's a wonderful idea to get someone who actually has the disability that you're checking for. There's plenty of like other options you can get nowadays, but like nothing is going to really replace a lived experience, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, even then, it's like they're actively putting themselves in harm's way. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
The person in question also, he's in the credits, but he had to stop doing it because it was apparently like for people with epilepsy, every time you get like an episode, it gets worse. So.
Oh, really?
It just only gets worse. So you can't do it for too long.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought it was a static thing. Okay.
Yeah, apparently it's something like because like the episode itself, like because it fires the neurons so much, neurons like thicken their connections when they fire towards each other, and so it like keeps reinforcing itself.
Huh. Also, we are confirmed to be an android of the old world. Oh, save point. Oh, it's a... Nice. I like that. Also, I like that the way that you stack the notifications, so if any notification appears multiple times, then it says just as the X2. And I think that's interesting because it even did that for the save thing.
Oh yeah, it's just like a generic system where any status message is like checked.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense to me. You good? Don't give me that. Where the hell... Don't give me that. Where the hell have you been? And who's this? What do you mean? I brought back the android. I got her working. Ah, Jesus, this is all we need. Jack, I presume? Ah, it speaks. Jack, what's wrong? Talk to me. The water has failed again, and this time I think it's the pump. There must be a leak somewhere. If we don't get it back soon, we're screwed. We'll lose this whole crop. Ah, I should have been here. Yes, you should have been here. Well, I'm here now. What can I do? You can stay put and man engineering. The others might need you. I'm going down there to check the supply pipe myself. You can't, not with your leg. And you know there's nothing that I can't fix. No way, too dangerous. What if the android comes with me? You should see what she can do. Have you lost your mind? An android ain't no toy. You'd be safer spelunking deep into raw territory than you would be going anywhere with that thing. You're... Ooh.
Hack him up.
You know... There's two ways to interpret this. There's the I'm being aggressive and saying, "Oh, you're right to be afraid," but I actually my first reading on this is guilt. It's guilt of something that happened in the old world. No, you're right to be afraid of me. Something happened. I understand. Yeah, I see why you would be. I read this as guilt rather than aggression, which is why I'm gonna pick it. Partially because I'm curious to see how they respond. Because there's two very different reads to the same line, right?
Yeah, that's true.
She's kidding, aren't you? I ain't so sure. Androids don't exactly grow on trees, and you know what they say. There's a reason there ain't trees anymore, or even buildings, or people. You are people! You are in a building! Look, we need to fix the water right now or we're goners, and I'm your best shot. Me and my android buddy. Alright. You better not let me down. Yes! But I'm warning you, android. Touch one hair on her head and I will bury you for another 30 years. Thanks, Dad. We'll be going then. Hold on, Kathy. Take this walkie. Radio if you have any trouble, okay? I will, and don't worry. We'll be back before you know it. Alright, android. Let me know when you're ready to go. Yeah, we got an inventory now.
I mean, maybe it's less of a building and more of a build was. Oh.
Fair.
Terrible joke.
We have... Okay. Where's our actual equipment screen? Do we have such things? Doesn't look like it. Log files?
Nope.
Okay, got it. Want to know my favorite sentence?
In the whole world, or like...
Yeah.
Go for it.
I never told her that I loved her. Because, no, depending on what word you emphasize, it has completely different meaning. I never told her I loved her. 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 Like, it's a fantastic... I learned that in acting college, and it's just so great because you can get, such different reads. I mean, I'm just, phoning it in at the moment, but we can get such different reads on every single one of those.
Yeah, I mean, that's another example of like comma rules as well, like because when you're saying it, it's not clear where that's gonna be.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, writing dialogue, you understand. That's always the question of interpretation.
Right.
And red pipeline sounds good. Okay. Ooh, I do like the lighting here. I had noticed it before, but here it's more. Oopsies. You know what? No, that's the red line. This is where we want to be. That's strange. The pipe's cracked. Why? That sounds what bad. Subsidence most likely. Sounds good. We have UV filters? Let's go. Okay, so it's a simple query there of whether or not you want to use an ability that you... So that's just storytelling then. That's just saying, hey, here's an ability that you have because you're an android. Is it a way of reminding the player that they're an android, huh?
Yeah, kind of. We also had like a minor thing like where it would actually like give you a slight bit of damage if you don't put them on.
Okay, that's cute. Actually, I'm gonna slide you a little bit over to the side there. Make sure that everyone can read the chat. Wait, I need to move myself because I'm hiding this as well. Perfect. Fantastic. So let's get ourselves in trouble then, shall we? We do not have a double jump. We do have a sword. Ooh. I like that
I know
animation.
this is like I know this is like a political statement in gamer circles, but double jumps suck. The dash is so much better.
My take is that... Ooh, item. My take is that double jumps don't suck. The way they're often implemented is.
I don't know. I feel like the concept of a double jump is more a result of like bad level design. Like you're trying to afford people some sort of lenience to correct for mistakes, but that's a result of like the rest of the mechanics not being lenient enough / the level design not being lenient enough or tight enough. So I don't know. I remain unconvinced. The dash is so much more interesting.
A dash is more interesting, but I think it's the difference between are you adding a double jump so that the player, like you say, has a leniency and has a quick fix, or are you designing the game from the ground up around the double jump? I think that those are two very different situations, you know?
I don't know though, because a double jump isn't like a mechanic that leads to interesting decisions, really. Because it's just you're repeating the same thing. So I don't know. I'm not sure if you can like
That's fair.
make good puzzles around it. Whereas a dash is like a very separate kind of action from a jump.
Mhm. A dash is a completely unique action.
Right.
Loot. I know I'm supposed to be following her, but, well... Oh, hello?
Well, the game doesn't stop you.
I like that. I can't jump high enough to grab this. Now, I know that... So we discussed this a little bit before, but this game does not have any ability gating.
Yes.
Oh, I do have an upwards dash, I see. Okay. We're gaming. Our first enemy. Handled.
This was like one of the first platforming challenge rooms I made. And I never got around to changing it.
Oh, I do not have a second dash. Okay, that's understandable.
Yep.
Anything up there? Yes, there is. Get there. Yeah, I did it. I feel cool. Like, seriously, I feel cool that I was able to do that. And that's always a good sign if you can make the player feel that sense of accomplishment.
I'm impressed that you managed to do both of the challenges without dying, so that's nice.
I'm a gamer.
Most people take a couple of tries.
What can I say? Gaming.
Absolute gamer mode.
Absolute gamer moment. Okay, so these are... Okay, got it. Cool. Are these... Nope, those are just background. Got it. Oh, well, this is a one-way trip. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, I like that. I like that. Nice. Now, if I had known this was here, could I have dropped down through this beforehand?
No, the
Okay.
the tunnel above is like too tall to dash out of.
The tunnel above creates it, or generates it once it's...
No, I mean like where you drop down to reach the path.
Ah, okay. So I could have dropped down there if I had known it was there and found a hidden passageway, but I wouldn't be able to use it. Because of the... Got it. Well, now we've gotten a bunch of fat loot. I suppose we maybe should do some of the actual plot line.
That return path thingy as well is like indicative of the first design rules, because pretty much every other room is designed differently, where instead of having an explicit return path, the rooms either have two complete challenge paths or one path that is traversable both ways. So pretty much every room in the game can be done either way, which was a headache to do, but
Worth it, though?
When you yeah, it's more like necessary when you wanna let people explore freely as they wish. You can't suddenly give them a room they can't go into, because then they'll have to like backtrack a long way, and that sucks.
You know what? Let's save here. I have no idea where I am, and I have no idea where I'm supposed to be. But you know what? I'm having fun.
There's a map in the menu.
Wait a minute. Things are getting really shaky here. That's, you know, that's probably a good. We just saved. We're fine. Oh,
Yeah,
dash
there's
is
no
very much.
air or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was my first question. Was okay, this is a dead end. Fair enough. Yeah, my first thought on that was, hey, can I even go in water as an android? Okay. I also like the audio ducking. That's probably a good thing. That's probably what we wanted. Hello. Okay, understandable. Have a good day.
They're having a Monday.
Understandable. Oh, hey, coolant leak. I should probably do something about this. Oh, I actually do have a down attack as a different attack. That's very down smash too. Huh, I like it.
Yeah, we had like the combat system is like, I guess my second biggest regret, because it's tuning a combat system is just, it's an impressive amount of painful. And I just couldn't get myself to work on it anymore. So it's a bit underbaked in several respects, but it has like all the systems and things are there for it to be a lot of fun. It just needs more love. That I've run out of.
Interesting. Oh, I can go back this way. It just locked on. Okay, so I guess killing the enemies unlocked it.
Right.
Gotcha. Alright, we should go back and find our friend. I do see that there's an innate speed booster. Just running for a long enough stretch gives you a speed boost, which is very nice. Very appreciated. Oh. This is probably where we came from, probably.
Nope.
Nope, but this is a new place to explore. Let's go. Wait, red line. No, this is exactly where we wanted to be. It's not where we came from, but it's where we want to be. So you know what? That counts. I'm taking that as a win. The same cracks. I think we got trouble.
Are you winning, son?
We are winning. We're in the Midwest market. Okay. It's sabotage. Interesting. Alright, Jack's on their way. Never mind, Jack's not on their way. But he's worried about us. Better follow the pipe right down to the pump. Hey, I know where that is. Do you want to follow me? Wait, who's there? Oh, hey, now we learn how to attack. Oh, I like the way that the tutorialized. Instead of saying... Oh, that's a really slow attack. Interesting. Okay. I like the way that that tutorialized, where you have to press one of the indicated buttons to continue, to show that you actually are paying a modicum of attention.
Yeah, it's even less so about the attention necessarily, but just like getting your brain to do the motor function associated with it. But we had to actually add the text at the bottom where it says press one of the buttons, because people still didn't realize they had to actually press the button, despite the big pop and everything.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm not going to pretend it didn't take me half a moment to realize. Well, it's because tutorials are so ingrained, you know? Like,
yeah.
Tutorials are fairly standardized. And this breaks that standardization in a way that I genuinely think is better, in a way that I think, improves it. But it's still different from the norm, which...
Right. Hello,
Oh,
awake and late in chat.
Good morning,
How are you
guys.
doing? Hope everybody's had a good sleep.
Mm-hmm. I woke up half an hour before stream. Oh, that combos. Ooh. Okay, okay. Interesting. Alright, we should probably get back. Is it down combo? No, down does not combo. Does up combo? Oh, up actually gives me... Yeah, that's very Smash Brothers moveset. I like it.
Yeah, the initial inspiration for the moveset was Nier Automata, which has a similar system of heavy and light, and then comboing into 3 phases, and then having a directional as well. Or not a directional, but like a heavy and a ground combo variant. But one of the issues is that like doing interesting hack and slash combat of that variety in like a side scroller game is super tough, because you basically only fight left or right. Whereas like in a 3D game you have or like a isometric game, you have a full 2D plane to work with. So that was like one of the struggle points in the design.
Yo, more boots. Let's go. Actually, can I equip any of the boots that I got?
No.
I
I
mean...
did want to add like a special pair of sunglasses that you could equip, and then it would just darken the screen. But I didn't get around to that.
Oh, I like that idea. That's brilliant. Oh.
I might add that as like a mod whenever modding support is in.
Oh, where was I? Ah, okay. So, these outfits. How do I equip?
You have to find a mirror.
Ah, got it. Let me see
Makes
that pump.
Perfect sense.
Oh, nice! You actually have a dialogue option for "I came here before." For ice, you have an actual answer for "I sequence broke." I like that.
Yes. Yeah. So that's another part of the design that was we sort of realized partway through that in order to really allow people to explore on their own, we had to let them solve quests before they're officially given to them. So we had to go back and like add alternate dialogue routes for everything.
So I saw before that items, trash items, junk items on the ground do respawn. Because I ran by a few areas and saw new items multiple times. I assume those are just procedurally added. But
right,
enemies do enemies respawn, or is this, or are they static?
It depends. So like quest enemies won't respawn, but there's definitely just respawnable enemies all over the place. But you can always just like those. Unless they are in a room with like shutters like this, you can just run over them, so it doesn't really matter.
Fair enough. Pieces all over the floor. Oh! I like this. You're looking at what happened to them. That's a good line. Oh man, remind me not to get in your bad side. I need to fix this. Phone's back there. Call Jack. Oops, I forgot to... There was a... Got it. Good work. Hi. You. Where's Kathy? Yeah, over there, whatever. Don't worry about it. Oh, there's a server of robots? I thought there were zombies, but okay. Where are they now? Tiny pieces on the floor. You better be telling the truth. Servers, huh? Sounds about right. If we're not swimming within them, we're swimming with rogues? Okay. Fee is on the warpath. I guess we're gonna meet Fee. Hello! Alright, we're gonna be good to go. He wants us to go back. Who is Fee? Who is Fee? She's our leader. Okay, cool.
Hello,
Aha.
Nyler. Apologies. My apologies for being forced to go and touch grass. Terrible fate.
Tragic, tragic.
I hope you get some good grass to touch, though.
Mm-hmm. Is there going to be a shortcut up here? I guess is what I should be figuring out. This looks like very much like where I'm supposed to be. Does level scale in this, or can I get in trouble?
What do you mean?
How easy is it going to be to wander into a place with level billion enemies at my current level?
Not easy, no.
Oh, okay. But possible?
The game is... sure. I mean, the game is vertical in design, so things get harder the further down you go. But even, like, at level 1, it's not impossible to just, like, flatten the enemies. So, just... yeah.
Oh, that's background. Got it.
What is your favorite kind of grass to touch? I mean, I'm mostly a computer toucher, not a grass toucher, so I don't have very much experience in that department.
What is this grass of which you speak?
I quite like touching snow, though, so I'm a winter boy. I'm a winter boy all the way through, so give me that cold weather any day.
Same. I just hate it when it's cold and there's no snow because it's like you're paying for it but not getting anything in return, you know?
I don't know. I just like cold weather in general.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not like windy or rainy, that just sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Any moss touchers in the chat?
I was going
Moss
to
is
say bye,
kinda-
Catherine.
I don't know. Moss is gonna like... Moss can be very good, but if it's sort of wet, it gets like real bad.
Mm-hmm.
You sort moss by taste in chat. All right.
It's a fantasy meme. It's a D&D style meme.
I see. I'm
So,
doing a
what is this
D&D after this, so...
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I go outside? Wait a minute. Aha! I found it. Fee! We found a thing and then we killed some people and then maybe we found another thing and then we came back. Hi. We're back! Did you miss us? Well, I'll be damned. What's the matter? Didn't think I'd come back in one piece? Yeah, something like that. You've done well, Catherine. An android will be a great asset to us. Assuming that it can be trusted. I don't understand. It's not a coincidence that you discovered it at the same time our water supply was sabotaged? Likely by the Ra. Don't smash to little pieces, you believed it. Look. Actually, that's nice. Yeah. Because she didn't see... That's actually a good dialogue branch. Because she didn't see us do that. She just trusted that we did that. And even though that was just completing the quest, it still had a repercussion later on.
Right.
She didn't see us destroy it, so she didn't have this first-hand experience of, yes, she protected me. Huh, I like that. I like the attention to detail of players' actions. I really do.
Yeah, it's also one of those things that's kind of hard to miss.
How do you mean?
One thing that I saw a lot of people do a bit later than this is they either miss or they specifically go out of the way to follow an alternate route to complete a quest before it's given to them. And then they don't notice that the dialogue has changed because they did that, because they didn't realize that they were like basically sequence breaking. So it's one of those like it kind of. I personally like that we did this. I think it's a very good idea, but at the same time, I can definitely like it reminds me of this article that the one of the Mass Effect developers wrote, or I think it was an interview where they were like, oh, we had this huge system, you know, where you could be good or bad allegiance, and like lots of things would change. And then when we got testing data back from like when the game was out, 90% of the players only ever picked the good options.
Yeah.
And
That was it.
yeah, so like making 50% of the game for 10% of the people is just like, oh, that's spicy. You know,
I think that was a
development
GDC talk
perspective.
actually.
Hmm.
I think because I definitely remember reading the same thing, and they were like, yeah.
Yeah, we initially have plans for like even more extensive things of like a more loose kind of faction system where allegiances would change depending on which quests you do or don't do, and that all had to be cut in favor of just a linear narrative with some side quests.
I think one of the lines that they said in that same either article or talk, whichever it was everybody says that they were going to go back and play a character with the different choices, but we can see the statistics of how many of them actually did, and it's like, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Though, admittedly, they had other issues in there, in that you had to go all in on one path or the other. You couldn't do a gray path because so many abilities were gated behind going all good or all bad. You'd reach certain thresholds of goodness, you know? Which meant that you were effectively behind the level curve if you didn't have your either goodness or badness abilities, if you decided to change your morals because you wanted to punch a reporter or something.
Yeah, but I mean, you also have similar systems in like Infamous and then Red Dead Redemption 2 and whatever, and it's still the same thing where like most people
as
are
opposed
only
to
going to
something
pick the good thing.
Yeah, as opposed to something like Fallout, which is much more faction based.
Oh yeah.
I
mean,
think
Fallout
I betrayed
is
you.
also Fallout is also kind of interesting because it's a very different kind of design. Where it's like, I think Fallout is much more of an open world first and the story game second. So it has like one of my favorite essayists, Mr. B-Tongue, I think called this setting supremacy, where it was like you first make the setting and then the narrative designers have to work around that rather than someone writing a narrative first and then designing the setting and the game around that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially in Fallout, where... Although, I'd be curious which Fallout they were talking about, because if they were talking about, like, like...
Oh, 1 and 2.
Okay, on 1, 2, okay, good.
Yeah.
Because that's different from somebody handing you an IP. Have you ever had somebody hand you an IP and say, hey, make something with this, by the way, you have no creative control?
Oh, yeah.
Because... it's like, okay, I guess. Just a different mood, right? Just a different, completely different philosophy, but behind your storytelling. Okay, so she backs us up here. Okay. All right. Let's hope that's true. If not, then Raw know our location, and the hunting packs are already on the way. Jesus, Fee, you just gonna accept that? What choice do I have? Examine the thing. Find out for sure. Catherine, don't androids have a black box? Could that show us the FF whatever it was if it was active? I guess we need to find some kind of interface for it. Oh, we need to find a working computer, which no one's had since before I was born. But even if we had all that, don't you think you should ask her if taking her apart's okay? You're right, Catherine. I'm sorry. Stranger, was it? Oh, I didn't actually put in a name. That's true. They asked us what our name was, we said, oh. And they didn't actually give us an option. Would you permit Catherine to examine you, assuming you can find a way? As long as I'm still online afterwards, I like that answer. Don't worry, I won't let them switch you off. Alright. So we gotta go hunt some raw from the sounds of it. Stranger, wait here? Okay. Sayonara. Oh, interesting. Ugh, adults. I mean, technically I'm an adult, but not like those dinosaurs. That's a mood. I'm an adult, technically.
Oh man, I felt like a dinosaur for the past 10 years. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah. It depends. If you're talking about, like, bones, no, that's dinosaur level. But if we're talking about, like, looking at
yeah, brain is of a baby, but rest is dinosaur. Yeah.
Exactly, same. Give us spare parts. Nice. Okay, so this is currency. Got it. We are, in fact, a badass. Alright, so before we go to the... Okay, we're opening up for quests. Got it. So before I go talk... I want to go talk to the merchant. But first I need to check what I need.
You're finally out of the tutorial.
Mm-hmm. So we need a silver ore. Got it.
Buck in chat says, "Have you betrayed us?" Asks people who you have no affiliation with, other than one person treats you like anything other than a hazard. Yeah. So one of the things that's sort of implicit in that dialogue, which I think is a neat detail, is sort of the assumption that because you play as an android, you're also seen as a tool to be used. So obviously, doing anything against their wishes would be a betrayal of some sort.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So here's our fast travel system.
Yep.
Love to see it. Alright, so we're looking for that
there's
merchant.
there's definitely a difference between getting older and growing up, but I think there's also yet another difference between like getting jaded.
Mm-hmm.
Because like some people lose their ability to just indulge and enjoy things.
Mm-hmm.
Or like poke fun at certain things, and I'm definitely still a goddarn child baby man in respect to humor and other things. So, but I would at least hope that I'm rather grown up in terms of like respecting others and so forth.
Yeah. Some people grow up, but they skip the whole becoming a good person along the way sort of thing. What is this? Just... Alright, so we're looking for that merchant.
The merchant is underground.
Oh! Okay.
It should be marked on your map as well, if you open that up.
I should probably be looking at that, huh?
He's not. What? Okay, rude.
Rude. Oh, nice. We have a full map marking.
No,
system.
he's not there yet. Okay, right. I think Catherine said he's late, so I think he unlocks a bit later.
Hey, Jack, how's it going? I wish. No, that's a bit too rude. What do you think? I kind of like the non-committal answers. Nah, not what fine Kathy got you wrapped around your fake little finger. Anyways, can you do something for me? Fi wants to scout for a new home. Okay, sure. Alex, we haven't met. I have no idea what you're referring to. Fair, reasonable. 4 indications look to the east. Okay.
I kind of... One of my longtime wishes is, like, to be on a team for, like, a Nintendo game. Where they always have, like, during the tutorials in dialogue, they always have at the end the option to, did you get all that? And the default is no, and then it repeats the text. And I want to just add 1 point where picking no is like, oh, whatever, I'm not saying it again. And then you don't get to read the tutorial again.
That would be amazing.
Just to be an ass. Tools betray me all the time. Darn wrenches rounding out the nuts. Definitely not my fault for using the wrong size or over torquing them. Yeah. Wrenches these days, they're not like they used to be in the good old days when they made them out of scrap metal or whatever.
I like that you can just have a sit.
Yeah. You can also look around.
Really?
Yeah. Unlocks.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Full analog movement. Amazing.
No,
you can't.
Okay. These are the important things, you know? Wait.
Yeah.
can make that.
But also regarding tools betraying us, I feel like there's no tool that betrays us more frequently and more sadistically than computers do.
You know, computers just have this nasty habit of doing what you tell them to do instead of what you want them to do. And honestly, that's the problem.
Yeah, except for when they really don't. Ask any network engineer and they'll just break down into tears.
The thing that always gets me is printers. I'm still convinced that somebody wrote a printer
God.
driver in the 70s and no one has ever written a printer driver since.
Yeah. It's kind of amazing that we... Like, I'm still astounded that, despite still frequently failing in various ways, online video communication has mostly gotten to a point where it's just like, it just works 90% of the time.
It just
And
works.
That blows my mind.
Okay, this place seems pleasant. Where am I? Oh, I've already passed where I was supposed to be. Got a little bit of earthquakes. The earthquake does have some rumble on the controller. Just because I know anybody watching can't experience that. So
Yeah, once Twitch and YouTube gonna add like Rumble Pack extension support, so they can, I don't know.
The weird thing is that wouldn't even be that hard to encode into a stream. Like that would be really easy to add.
For a long time, I wished the streaming platform supported multiple audio streams. Because especially when you're on call with somebody else, they can't watch the stream because they hear themselves delayed. So it would be amazing if you could have one audio stream that's like just the desktop audio and the other the mixed result for everybody else. But alas, like all the video formats support it. RTMP theoretically supports it. It's just the platform strip away the stuff and the players don't have to support for it.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't see an answer in here. So it looks like these... Oh! I already flagged it. Okay. Good enough for me. You know, this is definitely a place where humans live. Humans love spikes. Ow.
Oh, yeah. I get up every morning, touch some spikes. It's my routine.
Yeah, why touch grass when you can touch spikes?
Yeah. And you know, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger in that, so.
New home candidate. Excellent storage, base for engineering, free spikes. I don't know. I think this is perfect. I don't see any problems.
Yeah, I mean, they could just like move towards the screen a little bit, and then the spikes will be gone.
Right? It's on them for not having Z access. Oh, really? That's a... Oh. Okay. Interesting.
What's interesting?
For some reason, this doesn't... Because the area down below us is accessible, this doesn't read as dirt to me.
Yeah.
That's just my brain mind.
Yeah, so we do like lighting-wise, we actually do a weird thing. These days, there's several games that have like basically positional lighting and sort of other kinds of effects in pixel art or 2D games, but they all are essentially 3D games that are just presented as 2D.
Yeah,
This game is entirely 2D, so there's no depth at all, and all the lighting effects were a huge pain in the ass to design around. Like the tileset data has like a quote-unquote normal map for like how things should be lighted, but we could never get it to look quite right because there's just no depth to work with. So yeah, that was a problem. So if you really want to do nice, cool positional lighting effects, you should probably just do it in 3D instead.
Reasonable. Wait, does that mean there's no parallax? Wait, how to get down here? Does that mean there's no parallax scaling either?
I mean, there is parallax on the background layer, but that's like the old school parallax thing.
Okay.
Just like shifting based on camera position.
Ah.
Bonk.
See, the harder puzzles are easier for me. This one is too easy. I can't. I keep on dying to it.
I mean, I've had some user tests that were on that puzzle for like half an hour. You're doing.
I
fine.
believe it. There's that's always been an issue in several games of the developers. Oh, is this gonna block me again? It is. Okay. Wait, what? The wind is the wind is howling like a dog on fire. Okay.
Very descriptive.
It is. I first read it as the wind is blowing like a dog on fire, and then I just had a moment of like, wait, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. But no, it makes perfect sense. I'm just dumb.
One of the people that like streamed this game was like, I like this game, but the dialogue could be better, and then decided this as like an example. I was like, okay, buddy, whatever you say.
This game has like metaphors.
Like,
what's that about?
it's like that. I don't know. Dog on fire sounds cute. Isn't that just a Cerberus? I guess. I don't know. Is being on fire part of like in her require part of Cerberus? I don't know. I don't know my lore.
I don't think so, because I mean it's the
I think it's just like 3 heads, isn't it? Or
yeah, it's
I'm
a
mixing things up.
hellhound, but I think being on fire is optional.
Right.
Oh. Jack, I have great news. Do you like spikes? How do you feel about spikes? Are spikes a deal breaker?
Oh, you can tell he's a Spike lover.
Oh, absolutely.
He's just really into Cowboy Bebop.
And who isn't? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I watched that Cowboy Bebop movie again last year. Oh lord, that's good stuff. That's like
Bingo!
right there.
Thanks for that. Do you want to get paid for your labor? I mean, I guess. Please pay people for their labor. Hot take. Hot take of the day. Pay people for labor.
Oh yeah. Like especially in the indie scene where people are starting up, it's very common for folks to not get paid for anything and instead do like a revenue share kind of thing. And I really did not want to do that. I think it's not fair to take up that kind of risk for what is essentially not your project. Like I think it was fine for me to personally be paid like pennies, but all of my team members were paid monthly. So I even think like the freelance contracts are bullshit, where it's like you get paid once you finish or reach a milestone or whatever. I think that's stupid. You should get paid monthly, no matter what.
Yeah, people should be able to survive. Hot take of the day.
Oh yeah.
It seems more and more like that is a hot take these days, eh?
I'm gonna get so blasted for that.
Greetings, stranger.
Birds. Yes, there's birds in my room, so you can occasionally hear them on my mic.
Tell your birds we say hi. Hello. You must understand that as a chieftain, I have responsibilities. Fair. We have water. What do crops need other than water? Come on. Well, if you... Oops. So they are... The enemy faction is has a monopoly on what's left of geothermal power generators, and they are robots. And we can't go down there because they're unstable. What is next? A place across the surface to the east, beneath the ruins. Okay.
Yeah, you were there, but you didn't explore for like one thing, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure.
I got a notice that said there were 24 seeds, and then I looked around and didn't see anything.
Oh,
so
then you
like,
got it. I wasn't. Yeah, you got it. I wasn't paying attention. My bad.
I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, there it is.
I mean, 24, but if you wanna, if 4 of them are gonna go missing, but then I'm not gonna tell anybody. Part of the Noka. Okay, cool. Parts. Is it silver? No, we do not. We need silver ores still. Checking in with Catherine. We hit level 6. Though I don't know what that means. Do we have stats?
Yeah, it's only combat related, so levels increase your health, damage, and defense.
Okay.
Because there's no ability gating, we can't really do anything else.
You didn't take the feet path. How can I help you? You know what always messes with my brain? You know that feats in D&D are actually based off of Fallout?
Wait, what?
Yeah. So, the feats and the perks in Fallout 1 were created over the course of like 2 nights because one of the lead developers decided that leveling up didn't have enough reward. There wasn't enough interesting stuff. It just made some numbers go up. So they cranked out the entire perk system in like 48 hours or something because they were so close to launch. And Dungeons and Dragons didn't have feats until 3rd edition. And the 3rd edition of D&D it came out after Fallout, and they decided they built the perk system based off of Fallout. And that messes with my brain because I think of D&D just inherently as being older than video games. And the perk system is like a core part of D&D. Yeah, the feat system. But yeah, that's a fun trivia, is that the feat system in D&D is actually based off of Fallout.
Huh. Gotta say, like, I only started playing Dungeons and Dragons with my friends last year in summer, so I haven't played very much of it. And we're playing 5e, which, as far as I understand, is like the peasants version of it, or whatever, the scrub version of it. But even then, like, so many parts of the game to me feel like equivalent to filling out my taxes. So I feel like there's still room to make the game more interesting and more like player-based, dynamic. I don't know, less like doing calculus. Like there's one board game in specific that I like a lot. It's called Murder in Hong Kong, where it's basically you're like a police force, and one of the players is like basically the DM, and the others are police members, and one of the police members is the murderer, and then everybody gets like a bunch of cards with just like things on them, and the murderer has to pick 2 of those cards that are related to the murder, and then everybody else, like nobody else knows who the murderer is or which cards they picked, and then as the DM you have to sort of give everybody vague hints as to which cards were the murder, and they have to figure out which of those 2 cards were actually the thing. And it's like, it's very few rules or very few mechanics around it. It's very much based on just like discussion and trying to figure out what people are thinking. So as the DM you have to figure out what are people mistaking about the hints you gave, and then
Yeah.
trying to course correct based on that. It's very interesting because it's so dynamic and player based, and I think pushing more in that direction would make a D&D kind of game for me more interesting.
I agree. I actually had a stream heavily on this topic just a few days ago. The short version of it being that Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition currently, is a good generic system that can be made to do anything that you want it to do, but it's rarely the best system. If you want a system that's more based off of dialogue and intrigue, there's better systems out there. If you want a more fun combat experience, there's better systems out there. If you want to focus very heavily on interpersonal communications and what you're talking about, like the drama of of puzzle solving, like there's some very good systems out there that can handle that. D&D can do anything, but it rarely is the best tool for the job. But it's all, you can fit anything into it, and that's part of what makes it the default for so many people.
Right, that's interesting.
There's a system called Gumshoe that is based off detective work that sounds like it would fit perfectly with what you're describing. If you wanted that in an RP system as opposed to a tabletop system.
I'll have to smoke that. Let me see.
I remember I only played that a couple times, but I remember it being very interesting and like trying to figure out clues. Also, Monster Care Squad has some of that aspect as well. Basically, there's a lot of ways that things can do that, but because D&D, the thing is that D&D doesn't want to be a better system. That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. D&D doesn't want to be a better system. It wants to be the generic system that fits everything, right? I don't think that well, Wizards of the Coast right now, especially with their internal politics crumbling over the past week's developments, but even before that, even that notwithstanding, Wizards of the Coast as a company wants to focus on reach more than specialization, and they always have. Right. Like ever since they acquired D&D, they've always wanted to be that. Sorry, I worked board game and tabletop industry for a while, and I have a lot of opinions.
That's all right. I mean, I initiated the URL, so.
Oh yeah, no, I can and have talked for hours about these things. Can I get some, are they getting, oh, silver, okay, nice scrap. We need silver ore. Right now, because we don't have time trial bases. Yeah, whatever. So, right now, we don't have any objective other than help whatever people want and find silver ore. Those are the only two objectives that we have, because silver ore is the only item that we know that we need. Right? Like, we know we need silver ore, and we need 4 silver ore. Once we have 4 silver ore, we can immediately slam 2 upgrades into this. So no other item has an inherent value for us other than silver ore. Let's see if we can explore now. This was locked off.
Here. There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing.
That's
here.
still gonna be locked off? Yep, that's still locked off. Okay. I thought it might have opened up.
Nope. Opening up is going further down.
Wait, it was there? Let's head back this way.
There's no connection there.
There's no connection there? Okay.
Nope.
Under.
Just saving you some time.
Appreciated, appreciated. I'm absolutely the kind of player that would investigate that forever. Oh yeah, it's inside of...
Yeah, it's inside engineering.
Yeah.
The map is a bit misaligned.
Yeah.
It was too late to fix it.
Ah.
So.
That happens. If I come here, I'm immediately here.
Yeah. Yeah. So the way the rooms are, like, if you want to do a neat little thing, press the section or tilde key on your keyboard below escape once you're out of the dialogue.
What am I pressing? Tilde?
The section or tilde key below escape.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's the editor. And as you can see, engineering is just directly connected, and it's
Yeah.
just like a room that's invisible on the map. There's no actual layers. And then the surface, if you scroll, if you zoom out a bit at the top, there's this 0.8 slider. Right at the top.
Oh,
Very
up
top.
here.
Tippity top. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that it's just connected with the
Oh,
door
I
to
gotcha.
there. Yeah, because
So
all
the-
the other rooms are in the way, we couldn't move it to be better aligned.
Yeah, I gotcha. That makes sense. It's
Yeah.
interesting. I like that this exists.
It's not polished yet, but
Oh,
that's the
it
next
gives-
major
it does
update.
give spoilers,
Yeah,
though.
spoilers. Yeah.
Understandable.
It's not polished yet, but the next major update is to have an officially polished level editor where people can make changes and upload their own levels and share them with people.
Mhm.
That's coming next. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yo, are we going to talk about how companies keep on trying to monetize user-created content? Because it keeps happening.
Lord. Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
thing with Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast this past week
Right.
week and a half, was it? Was they would try to create a new license that let them monetize
Oh yeah.
the things that people made for the systems. Like, no, people making things for your system is free labor for you, right? That is, a type of monetization. That is you getting
Oh, but
something
that's
for
not
nothing.
enough.
Yeah, good old
Hello,
corporate greed.
John Fun.
Hey, welcome. See, this is interesting because I usually stream in the evening, but I have a very international audience. So we're seeing a bunch of people that are usually, watching videos as opposed to watching me live. Like, I think that's kind of cool, and I think you're all wonderful people. Welcome.
My apologies that you have to watch me live.
No, you're wonderful. You are a delight.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, Wizards of the Coast wanted 30% of any profits made over a certain threshold,
Right.
and it's like that's App Store levels. That's like Steam levels, That, and like without actually getting any hosting or anything. They're just
I mean, it's interesting because Steam is actually the inverse, which also doesn't make any goddamn sense. So above certain revenue thresholds, the Steam revenue cut goes down to, I think, 20% rather than 30%. So the big companies have less of a cut, even though they're technically more of a support requirement than the small guys. I don't know. It's bizarre.
it makes the big companies
I understand
happy.
why they make. Yes, it's probably what made like EA move all their stuff from Origin to Steam. So fantastic. Thank you.
You have to feed the dragon. You have to. All right, let's just see how far down we can go. Let's try to get in trouble, shall we?
Do it, Jerry.
What could possibly go wrong? I mean, all the enemies we've seen have still been level 1 enemies. Okay, so we've been here before. Was there a path deeper this way? There has to be. This is at the bottom floor of what we have. So
There's
somewhere
one in the
here.
pump room.
Ah. And there's a save point right by it, which is
There's
fantastic.
There's always at least 2 paths down. So
That's good. Is this... Okay, so we can get up this pretty easily. Got it. Oh, hello. What's this over here? Yo?
nice.
Outfit Curly. Okay, where is it? I gotta ask where a mirror is. And was there one in the
There's
camp? I
at
didn't
the
see one.
camp.
Okay.
There's one at the camp in the cafe, and then there's one level up and to the right. So in the apartments east, there's another one.
Okay, I'll head over there real quick. 'Cause I just want to appreciate the pixel art. Also, I noticed before, I was going to bring it up, and I am now, so, I mean... I noticed before that the main character's fidget, their idol, has them taking off their head and literally reseating it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good stretch.
I like that.
I don't know why more people don't try that.
Well, you who I think you are? Probably. You're the stranger. Or was it just stranger? Take your pick. But it's your name, now that I think about it. I'm sure it was just stranger. Sure. That's easier to parse into text, into texts. This is the shopkeeper, I assume. What do you sell? Yes. Wait, so he's an android too? That's cool.
Oh no, he's not.
Oh. I'm just trying to... Oh, okay, so we have a sell option. Handy. Can I buy silver ore? Yes! Okay, so we need 1 billion of these. We can afford 0 of these. Okay. Well, let's sell everything that we can.
Yeah.
Well, nothing else means anything to me, so I'm going to assume it's all junk. Meteorite fragment sounds important, actually.
I mean, it'll say if it can be sold for scrap or if you need it.
Ah, gotcha. Or used in upgrades. Got it. Let's verify them. Okay, that looks good. And
You can also always buy them back, so don't worry about it.
where's the actual sell button? How do I get over to there?
Just click on one, I guess, or press A on one of the items that you marked. There you go.
Oh, okay, they did it. Wow, I have a healthy amount of money. Well, let's buy
You pass it.
silver ore.
There it is.
Oh, he only has one.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Alright, let's go upgrade our weapon, and then let's go get in trouble. Wait, mirror... No, if we're going up to the top anyways, we'll use the mirror in camp, I guess.
Then go to the right. There's an elevator there.
Aha, an elevator.
Here
Oh,
it
I
is.
see where I am now. Can I get crushed? I can. Okay. You gotta check these things, right? You gotta know if you can get crushed or not.
Yeah. There's also,
What?
I think, like 1 or 2 rooms where you can crush enemies with elevators.
Cool. Oh wait, no, we're going up here. Right. I kind of love what that does to the rope, actually.
Wait, why isn't it? Oh, I see. It's, yeah, you accidentally moved one of the trigger zones in the editor.
Oh, nice.
That resets the camera, so... well...
I told you,
fix itself once you go down again.
I told you, if there's gonna be a way that I can glitch the game, I'm gonna find it. Yeah, that cleared it. There we go. We're good now. Where's that mirror?
Go outside, and then to the right into the cafe building. Next building. And then you go to the middle room. Yeah. Go outside. Yeah, that's the trigger. You placed it there somehow. Yeah, go up, and then...
I didn't even really press anything when I was on the editor menu.
And then go down. Yeah, you accidentally selected it, and then, like, tried to drag the view, which dragged the thing around.
Oh. Cool. Oh, it is oh, a curly brace. Got it.
Cave story. Yay.
No, wait. How do I like it. So what happens if I... Okay.
Yeah, there's barriers there. Don't worry about it.
Not worried, just curious, you know?
You could remove the barriers if you want.
Really? That's it? It would just let me do that? Cool.
Well, in the editor, yeah. It is the tools that we use to make the game, so
Okay, so
all of the stuff is in there.
you can make the game in the game?
Almost. Like, there's quest and dialogue stuff is like external files, but you could still technically do that as well.
What is the engine?
It's my own thing.
It's a custom? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I was just reminded. It just reminded me that in Godot, one of the things they can say is that you can make Godot in Godot. Like the engine itself is creatable inside their engine, which is something they're really proud of for some reason. Like,
Well, I mean, it at least shows that their UI system is capable.
yeah, yeah.
Though I think that statement is kind of not entirely true. I don't know, because like it's still a C++ engine, so there's lots of things you can't do from Godot itself.
Fair enough. I don't know the specifics of it. Despite having hosted multiple Godot events, I actually have not really used the system myself, but
Right.
that's something that people have told me.
It is true for my engine though, because it's written in Common Lisp, so which allows you to redefine and change literally everything, including the actual compiler itself. So, that's fun.
Interesting. Huh.
What are you trying here?
Oh, this same mushroom sprite was an object that I could jump on top of in another region. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna jump on here and then jump up there. It's like, oh, this is foreground. It's just it just confused me for a sec.
Yeah, there's a couple of inconsistencies where we forgot to add platforms for the mushrooms.
All good. Not a big deal or anything. It was just caught me off guard for a moment.
Bethesda seems pretty proud of the creation engine, despite it being one of the reasons their games are buggy messes. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any experience working with Gamebryo, so I can't say how much of the bugginess is down to the engine versus the development habits. Like, obviously, Gamebryo is very capable in telling or facilitating non-linear story stuff, which is very complicated, no matter how the tooling is.
Oh wait, that was bad.
I get the feeling that it's more just the Bethesda team having a sort of a workplace standard or ethos that leads them to not worry very much about creating stable products, instead going for making big games that are probably scoped beyond what they can reasonably afford to do. So I don't know. At least from my outsider perspective, that seems like more good reason their games are so buggy. Fallout 76 is a perfect example of giving a team too few resources to do a task that's basically impossible anyway, and then just releasing it. So
Sorry.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Wait, there it is.
There we go. That's the one.
But still, good luck anyway.
I'll be back in just one tick, okay?
Sure. How are you doing in chat? Stream has kind of devolved from being a stream about my gaming to a stream about literally everything else, which is fine by me, but my apologies as well if you wanted to know more about Kandria. So if you have any questions in chat about the game or about the team or whatever, feel free to shoot me right dead. I love the ambience and feel of this game's environment. Thank you. Yes, the atmosphere is like what I wanted to get right, most of all, aside from the base movement here. So that's something I put a lot of work into.
I returned triumphant.
I'm really happy with the work Mikhail, our composer, did for the soundtrack. So I'm really happy
the
with
soundtrack is very pleasant. Do you offer the soundtrack with the game?
You can buy the soundtrack separately, so it's available as a DLC on Steam. You can also buy it on like Bandcamp, and it's up for streaming on other services as well. If you go to kandria.com/OST, it'll link to all the places.
Okay. The
soundtrack release has remastered tracks from the game, so they're mixed together, new and remastered. So they're not quite the same as the in-game tracks.
On that note, I did put a link to the game in the description for anybody who wants.
Thanks. Sapphire says I could be better, had to fix my tablet drivers because they broke yesterday after the crash. Oh, dang. Hope nothing else broke in the crash. But yeah, like tablet driver issues are... Ugh. I'm very glad that Wacom drivers have been very stable on Linux at least. So that said, I had to just like last month I had to replace my Cintiq because my old one like started like it just after an hour or so of drawing it like mid-stroke it started dropping inputs, which made it like a huge pain in the ass. And that was not a product I wish to replace, because Cintiqs are cash register sound .wave. As a game developer, what do you think is most important to have when developing a game? What resources? A creativity, money, a good team? For me, I think it's a bit of all of those. Or more accurately to say, it's like I want to be unimpeded. So I think of all of those points you mentioned more as like
freedom.
More of as impedances. If I don't have enough money, I can't afford to spend it on things I want for the game. If I don't have a good team, I'll be wasting it managing people instead of working on it. If I can't think of solutions, I can't work on it. So like all of those things are like stuff that can hinder the progress rather than aid it, if they don't work. Another thing in general is just like avoiding stressful situations. Like if I have to worry about the health of family and friends or about their financial situations, that's gonna impede my ability to work on it. If I'm personally exhausted and tired because I've been working or depressed or whatever, then that's gonna impede. So I don't know, like the opposite question of like what genuinely aids the development, I think it's I've said this in multiple interviews as well, is finding a local game developer scene. So a couple days a week I go to a shared office space organized by several like small indie studios in the area, and so I hang out there and go eat lunch with them occasionally or whatever. And then every Saturday, like today, I go to a cafe where I hang out and do sort of a hackathon kind of style thing with a couple of other free time indie people, and we just chat and talk about our games and hang out, and it's a very good time. And it's what
Nice.
basically got me to go commercial with Kandria, and also probably the only reason I managed to finish it rather than giving up on it at some point.
Having a good support network.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it also helps when people online find your stuff and are like, oh, hey, this is cool. That's always a nice surprise.
I'm helping.
Yeah.
I'm having a very good time. This is a delight.
I'm glad to hear it. King is adding, wondering because I've been trying to make a tabletop RPG system and have not made as much progress as I would have hoped. What specifically about it are you? Like, I don't have any experience crafting tabletop systems or
heck,
really RPG systems in specific, so I'm not sure. Like, I don't have any insight into the process. But what specifically are you struggling with? Like, is it just motivation to work on it? Or, like, are you trying stuff and it's just never to your satisfaction? Or...
In my experience, one of the hardest things with tabletop is manufacturing.
Oh,
Manufacturing
yeah.
just becomes a huge nightmare very quickly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's probably why people are trying to do stuff in, like, tabletop sim now and selling that as, like, expansions.
Mm-hmm. Yo, made it.
Well done.
Ninja outfit. Hype. Ow. Good enough.
It does not refer to the streamer that shall not be named.
Oh. You know, I don't really watch streamers, which is kind of funny, seeing as, you know, I am one. But, like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really... So is there any way in here?
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you how?
Sure.
You already figured it out previously. You have to dash in.
Oh, okay. Aha!
There you go.
Sick. Oh, I did that exactly at the wrong time.
But,
okay, understandable.
Yeah, like my current... I'm one of those folks that isn't motivated by money. Like, if I get money for what I do, I don't feel good about that. I would rather people appreciate what I do and not have to think about the money part at all. And so whenever I have to think about the money part, which is far more frequently than I would like, it's just like a headache.
Yeah.
And now that I'm still working on Kandria with the post-launch updates, but I want to move on to next game, and I'm already worrying about how I'm going to finance it, because as much as the response to Kandria has been very positive, like the reviews and people on Steam and people that have played it been very positive about it, which is really nice, but the sales have not, so stuck on the skill tree because having a hard time figuring out exactly how to build it. Ask other people, they simply tell me to play 5e. Start on it, get away from 5e and its limitations. Again, I have no experience making these things, but to me, at least what helped me get started with... So at the beginning of Kandria, when we started to do the vertical slice, one of the issues for me was, like, I don't know how to start with level design. Like, I don't know how I should go about building these levels, like how to make the challenges and how to structure the layout and whatever. And so what I did instead was I turned to the setting and the world design, and I looked at that, and I said, okay, I want to make a world that's somewhat believable in some aspects. And so I started drafting out like general geography of the area. I made like sketches of the big valley and the overview of that, like how that looks. And then I added
First try.
The base settlement. I designed rooms for that, like I sketched them out on paper, and then I started to think about, okay, what do those people need to survive on the surface? So they need like pumps, and then okay, so we have like underground stuff, and then how would this sort of reasonably be laid out that the layout is believable? And then I started with that, and so using the setting as a sort of a starting aid, I did a thing and then iterated it into something that is actually playable. So I guess like one of my suggestions would be just don't think about the mechanics at all at first. Try just coming up with ideas for things that would fit whatever setting and general kind of story you're going for, and then try to figure out from there which ones of those would you can like help you find interesting mechanics and then see how they work. My tip on being productive: if there is a part that is giving you grief, walk away from it for a minute and work on another part of the project. You're making progress in the project and taking a break. Yeah, that can work. Personally, I'm also one to just sometimes even trying to do that will not work because my brain is still caught up on the other thing that I know I should be doing and I'm not getting done. So sometimes it just like I have to wait for a bit and just get into the right mood to just bash my head through the wall, so to speak.
I was saying I didn't notice before. There's no physics bonk on the jump. It actually stalls at the peak.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's gonna be important later.
Ooh, vampire outfit. So it looks like the main reward for these puzzle segments are outfits, which I think is a good idea. That way you don't have to worry about the players. That way it feels rewarding without the player feeling like either they're getting out of control stat-wise, or that they're getting out of not getting anything of value.
Discord just crashed for me, but I'm back. Hello.
Welcome back. I missed you.
It just like the entire browser tab just froze. I don't know.
Oh, I found the challenge mode outfit.
What were you saying about tools and not working? Never mind.
Hi, how's it going? So I'm not in trouble yet because I'm apparently level 6 or something. I'm fighting enemies that are level 5.
Yeah, you're also not getting just completely trashed by the drones yet, which, depending on your circumstances, can be a real pain. So you're getting lucky.
No, it's all skill.
Oh yeah, sick. When's your speedrun going to be?
This is it.
Nice. I mean, I don't think there's even a single entry or a leaderboard yet, so it could very well be if you make the effort to submit it. Any record's a world record if there's none other.
Whoopsies. That was a weird instance. Too early.
Any percent speedrun I would probably wager can be gotten down to maybe below 10 minutes.
Yo, hype. 10 minutes? Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
One of those things
I would
where
expect
if you know...
like an initial 15 minutes or so. And to end maybe like probably less than an hour. I don't know. I
How
should
long
get
is
food.
the
Alright.
how long is the normal expected playtime for this? Oh, enemy in
It
there.
depends very much on whether you do side quests and stuff, and how much you explore, and whether you go for like secrets and whatever. But 7 to 8 hours is normal, from what I can tell.
Okay.
And then there's enough people that also have like 11, 15 hours, and some even like 20, from what I've heard.
So you didn't plan on having an expected clear time when you were doing development, then? Is that correct?
I had a clear time that I wished for, so to speak. We did have like initially, while we had more content planned, we were like aiming for 10 plus hours. Personally, I was always hoping to get somewhere to 7 hours, and then when we finally got full playthrough times around August last year, it clocked in around 7-8 hours, so that was like, heck yeah. I was very happy about that.
Nice.
My dinner
Yes, right.
today was 4 slices of bread with butter and jam. So
That sounds
eating
delightful.
good. It was good jam, so
What kind?
who's to complain? Was it? I always forget the word for this. Heck. It's not strawberry. It's another kind of. God darn it.
Blueberry? Raspberry? Lingonberry?
Raspberry. That's the word.
Ah,
Why is that word so difficult for me? I don't know. Also, apologies for coughing on stream.
all good. No worries. Sit. Oh, I can't bring the camera down. Ah, interesting.
Yeah, the room cuts off there.
Means there's secrets.
Yeah, no. Just out of bounds.
Are there any out of bounds glitches? Aside from the one that I accidentally made.
I think there's a couple of places where camera transitions can briefly show out of bounds, but it's just like, if you notice it, it just doesn't look very pretty, and that's it. And there used to be, in the previous version, there used to be a glitch where you could get zipped out of bounds if you transitioned and then died in an unexpected way, where it would like respawn you and then in basically in the wall and then zip you out of bounds, but you couldn't go anywhere, like you couldn't get back into bounds. So there's no like useful out of bounds tricks.
What do I...
What are you trying?
I can occasionally make the elevator blink out of existence. I'm just trying to see if it's recreatable. It's when it's... I did it when it was
Yeah,
actually
that's
fully
'cause
on screen.
because it's the hitbox is determining whether it gets drawn or not, and the railing is not part of the hitbox. So
Fair enough. I thought I would... Okay.
I don't have like I don't have a separate was like collision testing tree or whatever you want to call it for visibility. It's all the same stuff. So
Understandable. Zog Jam when. We know you. Cool. Nice to meet
he
you.
knows.
He knows. I mean, what more needs to be said? He just knows.
Yeah.
I'm watching every single hallway now that I found one of them that had a secret in it. Every single hallway is now suspicious. Ooh, this is pretty. Ooh, I like this aesthetic. Oh, hello? box. Oh, hello, dog.
For what it's worth, all of the secret areas have like, or all the like hidden pieces have like a little lighting glitch that you can notice.
Oh, nice. I love that up attack. That feels so good. Am I invincible in cutscenes? I am not. Look, it was worth checking, right? Yeah.
Watch out now, you don't want to die.
True, true. When did I last find a phone? It was a hot minute ago, actually.
Not too far back.
Long abandoned hideout. Some footprints remain, though.
That's another neat development thing. So it used to be the case that cutscenes would pause, but that made things look too static during the many sort of lengthy dialogue pieces. So I changed it to be real time. But at that point, we already had places where dialogue could trigger while enemies are nearby, and at one point we realized you could get hurt, so had to add in the thing that like automatically skips the dialogue when you get hit during it. I felt like that was a more interesting solution than just making you invincible.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Ah. Oh, that refreshes it. Okay, cool.
You're one of the few people that actually understands the green dot indicator.
I really like the green dot indicator. I actually think that's fantastic.
I would just wish, like, that's another thing I'm still, like, I've never been satisfied with. Is just, like, communicating to the player whether the dash is ready or not. Celeste has this beautiful solution where the hair is just, like,
yeah,
perfect. But obviously I couldn't use that trick here. And I tried several things, but they were either just, like, very annoying or still not obvious, so I don't know. To this day, I remain searching.
I like that.
Sorry, just that desperately clinging onto that wall, trying not to drop down.
I like that it let me do that.
Funny point.
You know what I mean? Like I like that that was an option. Ow. Okay, so we have ice physics there.
Kind of.
Ah! I get okay. So ceilings have ice physics because we have no boot traction. Oh, I have a latch right here. Never mind, I have a perfect latch right here. Perfect. Let's wait for this cycle. Anatomodometer. Okay. Good. Oops. I'll reset it. I do like these room layouts. They somehow feel... I don't know, they feel right. You know what I mean?
I don't actually know what you mean.
It seems appropriate. I guess verisimilitude is really what I'm getting at, right? Like, this seems like a believable layout for the type of game that I'm playing. Wait, how do I swim upwards again?
Fair enough. Just press up. No, just
Oh,
press up.
Okay. Just press up. Oh, well, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Listen,
My
it's
brain-
not quite as obscure as the infamous barrel in Sonic 3.
Oh no. No, because I'm playing a platformer, my brain went to Mario, and I thought I was mashing A. Because if you're on the ground, it does jump you up. So I was kind of mashing A to just to swim, and it was
You
working
can also
exactly as
mash dash, but it's less precise. Anyway,
Noted.
the goddarn Mario water levels suck. That's another hot take.
Nuclear take. Mario bad game. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that goddamn Mario guy, get out of here.
Oh, that's an... Okay. I recognize that shotgun sound effect. Oh wait, I'm actually getting hurt. Alright, let's see what
Yeah.
happens when we die.
I would... Well... That happens. You could have healed
was it-
still.
Tragic.
Yeah. There he goes.
Was that shotgun sound effect your soundboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just whenever I'm blasting Mario. I just...
Fair enough. I just genuinely wasn't sure if that was an in-game effect that I was like, wait a minute, I recognize that sound. Well, I don't really. I'm not the kind of streamer that uses a soundboard. I'm more of the let's play let's player.
I use my soundboard even in all voice communications. It makes it a lot livelier.
That's fair.
It's fantastic. It's just something about sound effects that voice can't replace.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're somehow like an incredibly talented beatboxer or something that can recreate shotgun sounds with their mouth.
Let's just flag that he knows us. Oh, maybe I should use soundboards more often. I actually have like a stream deck, so it would be trivial for me to do so. I just
No, I have like
Don't.
a ghetto solution where like I run a thing that finds my the keypad numpad keys to play a sound player.
Fair enough. If it works, it works.
It sure does. It's just like occasionally I don't remember which button does what because there's just numbers.
Oh yeah, you hit that button. Yeah, if you're liking the video, then you should totally like the video. There it is. Let's head back to actually do somewhere we're supposed to be for a little while. Which I guess is all the way the heck back there. Probably go for like another half hour or so. Does that work for you? Or do you need to get going?
Sure. I'm fine. I'm just how should I say? Very intrigued by your decisions on which ways to go.
So, this is actually just how I naturally play games. I used to
I'm not
try
trying to like chastise or anything.
Oh, no, no.
I'm just genuinely interested.
So I used to try. So when I started out streaming, I tried to play games the way that they're supposed to be played, and but then I just found myself naturally doing weird stuff and going in strange directions because that's how I play games and that's what I enjoy. Oh, I went in there. And you know what? People seem to like the way I play games, so okay, sure. I guess I'll just play the way I naturally would, which generally involves exploration. It's very exploration heavy, mindset. It's like, ooh, shiny.
Yeah, that's
They
fair.
mostly-
I'm more talking about you specifically avoiding certain directions that you could have explored.
Oh, well, fair enough. not crouch dash.
Nope.
Flower fungus. Wait, there was another one there. Aha! More flower fungi. Ah! Oh, hey, there's a mirror. Perfect. Just what I wanted to see. Myself. Alright, so what else do we get? Oh, is it actually a green screen? Oh, okay. I thought it was actually going to be an invisible model.
No, it's literally invisible. What are you talking about?
Fair. Honestly, understandable. Ooh. Actually, I really like that outfit. I like that color scheme.
Thanks. That's probably the most obscure references in the costumes, because it's just one of my own characters.
I don't catch the reference, but I like the colors. So, I'll just... I mean, no, totally. I love this character. Anything... Okay. So headed back to Central, I guess. For whatever's there. Which is here. Oh yeah, we had to... I thought I fixed this pipe before. Oh wait, okay, I did number 3.
It up. Yeah.
You caused one of the leaks. I don't know that I actually can substantiate that. She's got something for us. I hope it's a cookie. I like cookies.
Right. Again, for those people not in the know, it's not supposed to be that zoomed out. Jade accidentally messed about in the editor.
I broke things. Take these parts.
Don't worry, when you restart the game, it won't be messed up again. So.
Find the can that we've planted. Oh, this is a time trial. Well, I don't want to do a time trial, so I'll skip this and find another quest. And save first. Speak with Fee. That's actually the only quest we have, unless there's someone else we need to talk to. And the time trial, which I'm gonna ignore.
Rude.
Ah, hello. Overlord is gonna claim us, but we cannot defend ourselves without knowing their plans. Cerebat territory. Okay. Find Alex, bring them back. Blonde hair, British accent. The Semi-Sisters the Tech Witch. Tech Witch, interesting. Okay, so we've kind of been in this region before. Now we actually have a reason to be there. I like that dialogue there. She was about to say we're a remarkable piece of machinery or something equivalent thereof, and she changed it. She actually thought about it and changed it. You're a remarkable person. I like the way that was phrased. Oh yeah, I'm not doing full voice acting for this at the moment, but
the three the three starting characters is supposed to be sort of the gradient of like Catherine just trusts you unambiguously. Jack is just unambiguously untrusting and like skeptical, and then Fee is like I guess trying to be diligent, as she puts it.
She's willing to learn.
Right.
has a more open mind, which is good and respectable. Alright, so that didn't actually poke a marker on here. You know, as long as I just saved... Let me just...
I mean, people keep saying having an open mind is good and respectable, but when I went to the doctor with one, he wasn't impressed.
I just went to the main menu and loaded the game so that it fixes the visual bug. Not bug. Self-induced bug. That's my own fault. That's not the game's fault.
The mod that you created.
Yes, there's exactly.
Totally intentional.
Yep, it was here, and then it...
Yeah, it's fixed.
Yep, yep. Okay, so... They said down through the pump room, which is here,
Yep.
which I've already been through. So I guess I just go back that way again and hope that something pops up. Maybe this time we'll have
Well, you
pop-ups.
went one of like 3 possible ways from there. So. I think Breath
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Wild was phenomenal in the way it did the exploration, but it suffered very heavily in terms of the ultimate progression and the story especially. And I can, both of those, I would not know how to solve myself, so I'm very interested to see if they figured something out for Tears of the Kingdom. Though I'm already, even though the game isn't out yet, I'm already massively disappointed by it. And the reason for that is when they first teased the game, they had this like short trailer thing with the Link Boy and the Zeldy, and I was like, oh my god, are they finally gonna let you play as Zeldy?
Mm-hmm.
And then no, it's not that at all. And so I'm already disappointed. Let me play as Zelda, goddarn.
Agreed. Okay, so that's 10% for 100, 25. Okay, so there's no reason to use a medium or a large health pack because it's the same price. It's not like it's a more efficient thing. And since blowing up the menu pauses the game, I feel like this means I would be better off only using
I mean,
small health packs.
I mean, the quick menu is still faster because it doesn't pause the game. The quick menu only slows it down, so it's still faster and more convenient with
Okay.
larger ones.
Gotcha.
You could also make the inverse argument of like, why buy the smaller ones when I can just use the bigger ones when I need to?
Because the bigger ones are going to... Well, that's true, actually. I guess you don't need to go to 100%. I was just thinking that the efficiency of, being always able to hit the exact number. But, yeah, that's fair. It's a good point. Okay, so... We are here looking for... They said to talk to people, which is...
Mm-hmm.
We've met like 4 people, so I don't know how much of a... I don't know how great of advice that is. You just talk to people. Okay. Not a lot of people to talk to, so if we find somebody,
you're
we'll be good to
talking
go.
to me, so you're...
Oh,
you're
true,
doing
true.
a good job.
Calendar from 2368 still showing March. That's... Okay. That's the kind of information that's the world building that we needed to get a real solid picture of what happened here. So 2368. Is there significance to like any part to something in there, or?
If you open the menu, you also see the current time. And then
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, and that was 30 years ago, which tracks with what we were told by the NPCs. What food left in here is spoiled, including the candy androids staring at me mournfully through the broken glass. Oh, I want snackies.
I already brushed my teeth, so I can't snack anymore, and I'm very sad.
I am not ready to eat yet, so I... Oh, yo, silver ore, hype. I do intermittent fasting, so I just haven't even started to eat yet.
Pogs in the chat.
Yo, Pogs in the
What is
chat.
it the kids say?
I mean, this is YouTube, not Twitch. This is
does YouTube have an equivalent of Pog?
No, I have my own custom emotes, but nothing. Okay. Hup. Hup. Okay.
I'm glad the spikes are finally getting some love.
Everyone loves spikes. So what if I go in this way and then wrap around? Oop. Okay, that works.
Lucky.
Easy game, that's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, semi. Okay. Wait, what's this up here? More puzzles! Hooray!
Yeah, so now we've like... The section you played up until now was kind of like...
Hello! I have a question
still-
about some of the people in here.
Still mostly tutorial-ish area, where it lets you roam around freely to like get you into the exploration. And
Mhm.
here's where like the more Celestia aspects ramp up.
So what you're saying is this
So
is
the
where the
design
real
switches a
game
bit.
begins.
Not really, no.
The real Dark Souls begins here.
That for sure, yes.
I feel like I should go and explore the other way first, but I'm not gonna. So oh well.
I haven't read any of, or I haven't read all of the reviews that have come out for this game, but I sure hope someone referenced it to Dark Souls, even though it's nothing alike.
I promise you that as soon as we're done here, I will do this for you.
Oh, okay, thank you. My dreams.
What? Oh, I didn't
Fulfilled.
checkpoint. Okay, so there's no checkpoint here, so I actually have to be careful.
Yeah, like Dark Souls, there's no checkpoint.
True, true. Yo, made it.
Oh man.
Wait, that's not what I'm going to do here. That was a terrible idea. Heck. Actually, I need to just...
Why'd you?
Ah, almost.
Yeah, you almost had it.
I got the idea, though. Ah,
It's an idea.
it's an idea.
I don't know if it's the idea.
So if I just boom,
I don't actually
boom,
remember
boom,
what my
easy.
initial idea was.
Yeah, a couple of these rooms I feel like I've gone away. I've gone not the way I was supposed to, but honestly that makes it more fun. Hello?
I mean, you haven't even like. So it's very interesting. Like I've watched way too many people play this game over the past 2 weeks, and what's been consistently very interesting is both seeing which routes they take through the game, like what they get distracted by, and also like how they approach the platforming puzzles, because some people like figure out very quickly they can actually use the aerial combat maneuvers to extend your like reach quite a bit, and then they don't realize that all the rooms are designed to be beatable without that, and then try to like
Oh, whoa.
and fail again and again trying to like beat them with the combat maneuvers. Anyway.
I hadn't even really thought about that.
Interesting.
That hadn't even crossed my brain mind.
Yeah. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that would have made my life a lot easier, but...
Yeah, it's the thing. Like, some of the rooms are easier with that, and others are, like, harder with if you try to use that, because the combat moves are fairly animation heavy, so you don't have a lot of, like, flexibility.
How in God's name did you get here? Oh. A human. So you're... not human. An android, as I live and breathe. Do you live and breathe, or are you an android too? Rail engineers from the semis. Tunnel collapse, lost the chief and half the company. We can't break through, can you? Can androids do that? The collapse is just ahead. Okay. I mean, sure. Let's check over here first, though. It's the old RPG logic. The game is telling me to go to the right, which means I have to go to the left, otherwise I might not, miss an opportunity. And I'm glad I did. And immediately rewarded for finding a save point.
I mean, there's no lost opportunities in this. You can always go back. So,
Right, but it's the
there's
mindset of
one
it,
cutoff
yeah.
point, yeah. Right.
Is it a lost opportunity? No. Do I have the mindset of being afraid of lost opportunities? Yes. Because that was embedded to me back in the Super Nintendo era.
You missed a chest.
There's a chest? Oh my gosh, a chest! Yo! Outfit boy. Boys are green. That checks out. That tracks.
We got any green boys in chat? GBs?
I still have my Game Boy Classic, the brick. The new chief. Okay, off.
Got some orcs in chat, apparently. Alright.
Ah, fair enough.
I'm more of a goblin myself.
Reasonable.
Or maybe a gremlin. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what I would be. It's a mystery.
What do you mean would be?
Am
Would be
Kobold.
if what?
Oh. I don't know how any of this works.
If you were in the future?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Are those attackable? New goal,
The
try to...
bats, you mean? Or,
Yeah, new goal is try to kill a bat.
don't remember.
Oh, there's something up there, though. Do I have the height? Actually, I might. Yep, I do. Okay, you know what? I'm proud that I made it here.
Good job.
Look. Is there anything there? No. Did I make it there? Yes. That's what's more important. So where are these nerds?
What is like the opposite of a grind set? Is it a mindset?
Mime set? I don't know. I got nothing.
Like a chill set.
But I don't want to stop. Did you think that you could just waltz right through here? Oh, boss fight? Where are you? Close by. Okay. What should we do with you? I bet generic... Yeah, boss fight time. Okay, we'll end the stream on a boss fight. We'll end the stream after we beat the boss fight. That's perfect. Get bent. Looking for someone called Alex. You know them? pleased to ken that Alex is here. Indulge me, would you? I want to see how smart you are. See if you can find them yourself. Okay. Oh, really? It's not a boss fight.
Who is
Are there
that
boss
besides
fights?
Jade? I think that's me. Hello,
Yes, true.
I'm Shinmera. I'm the developer of this game.
Mm-hmm.
This video game.
You make good video games. It's confirmed.
My apologies for creating games.
I will forgive you this time, but you're on thin ice.
Fair.
Is it true that there are birds on the surface?
Birds aren't real. Well-known fact.
True, true. Imagine believing in birds. What would that entail?
I don't know. Dreams of a madman.
Oh, that's interesting. Where was it?
Hmm? What is happening?
I saw an interesting dialogue line.
Oh.
Where was it?
Yeah, they're
This is-
randomized.
It said, is it true that androids destroyed the world? Now, whether or not that's
Yeah,
true,
so-
we don't know, but the fact that that's a rumor itself is interesting world building, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jack also alluded to the same in the intro dialogue, where he's like,
Mhm.
where he said like, androids are the reason there's no buildings or people anymore.
Yeah, but Jack's also a jerk. Now we have it from an independent person who's not, outright ready to murder us. So, because it holds a little bit more weight when we're talking to somebody else who isn't actively trying to, who actively doesn't actively hate us. This
I
person only
guess,
moderately
yeah.
hates us. It's different.
But I mean, at the same time, do you think Jack is the kind of person that came up with that idea on his own? You know?
Yeah, that's fair. Alpha. So where am I? I'm just straight up here. Okay. Ah, so that's where that went to. Got it, got it, got it. Let's go check the new outfit first. Are there boss fights in this game? I felt like I was about to see a boss fight.
There are, yes.
I like that. I like the green hair. Am I close to one? I guess is another question.
No.
No. Okay, understandable. Give me a sec.
The outfit is a reference to Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko, which is, or translated Yokohama Shopping Trip, which is one of my favorite comics.
Oh, okay.
Sorry for weebing out, I guess. I don't know.
All good. I am in fact very much the anime. I am an anime character. It's confirmed.
Oh no. My condolences.
I'm sorry, it's terminal.
Yeah, as these things often are.
How many bars are there? Oh. It's your place. You should tell me how many bars there are. You, Alex? This person's breath smells like diesel mixed with seaweed. What are you looking at? Not you! Go away then! Yeah, Alex, though? Okay, so he's just drunk off his rocker. Reasonable. Do you know Fee? Yep, he's saying that he's Fee, so that, a little bit different. I'm an android. You want a medal? I do want a medal. I am made of metal and I want a medal, please. Thank you very much. Me save some trouble. I ain't going back. Alright, you asked for it. It's too early in the morning to do a drunk voice. I mean, we can both be hunters. Why not? Do you know about the
'Cause,
Roz?
Because they took a gerb. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Buddy, I just woke up. I've been dead for 30 years. Oh yeah, we gave him another drink. We want to be friends. You can't be rude to somebody after they buy you a drink, right? That's illegal. That's such a strange face because it looks almost like a enamored face. Are they gonna throw up?
It's like a embarrassed, confused kind of face. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the smile going on though. You know, I choose to interpret this as the android being so curious about humanity. Like, are they gonna throw up? I've never seen a human throw up before. I should move, but I want to see this. Oh, they swallowed it back down. Maybe next time I'll see a human throw up. I'm glad it can't happen to me, but I really want to see it. Yeah, so what do you know about Cerebats? Oh, you got mapped out the whole area. Can I have your map? You mad? I'll give you this and I really wouldn't have nothing. No, you can copy maps. I don't know if you're aware of this, but like you don't... That's actually a thing that you can do. Oh, he's the one that found us. Oh, he put himself out of a job. Well,
you ever listen to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard?
No. What?
It's a really good Australian rock band, or like they do all sorts of weird genres, but they're really good. And one of my favorite tracks from them is where like they have an album where all the vocals are text to speech, like a really bad one, and it's about Han to Yumi, the cyborg android, and it's about he wants to learn how to vomit, and he wants to die. So very good song, check it out.
Maybe I shall. I'm usually more like, honestly, the music in this game is more of what I'm listening to, is what I listen to. I'm gonna pick up the soundtrack
Right.
for sure. I like
Thanks.
I generally like classical music, like Dvorak or, you know, Holst. He's angry. Sometimes I wonder why we make alcohol. Because people will be really mad if they can't have a drink once in a while. Prohibition constantly has never worked. Yeah, go talk to them. You can do it. You've got this. I believe in you. Stay with us. Like turning me into a battery, because that was what they threatened me before. No, errands. Of course, fetch quests. What else would it be? It's always fetch quests.
I mean, ultimately every game boils down to go there, get that, right?
Yeah. Go there, get that, or go there, do that. One of the two. And just good reasons for why to do that. And Sapphire is right. The reasons we have alcohol is sanitization. I mean, alcohol... A weak beer is going to be safe to drink in a place where groundwater isn't, right? Like, especially in a post-apocalyptic world, most beverages probably have a little bit of proof in there just so that they're shelf stable without filling with bacteria.
Right.
So, yeah. Sorry, this is just opining on that comment of why do we make alcohol. It's like, well, actually, it's very realistic to be making alcohol in a post-apocalyptic environment.
Sorry, my birds are just really mad about that.
Understandable.
They do not agree at all.
Are your birds prohibitionists?
I mean, I live in Zurich, which is a history of being like Calvinism and stuff like that. So.
Oh. So maybe.
Definitely.
Diplomacy does not compute. You know, I kind of want to play that up. That's just funny. Come now, you're not a servo. I know you understand. Yeah, I like that line. I like the writing in this game in general. So far, I like the writing in this game.
I'm glad you do. I'll let our writer Tim know.
Stock more. Ooh, you stock supplies? Do you have more silver ore? Because that's all I care about. 4 cameras in the lowest. I guess I have to go to this quest to unlock him as a. Leave Alex to you, and do quests until do a quest until I do enough quests for him to let me talk to Alex and complete that. Oh. Okay, now we've opened unlocked side quests like you. Okay, bad example. You have a side quest for me. Oh, more time trials. I'll be going. I'm glad the time trials aren't mandatory.
Why not? I thought you were into speedrunning.
You know what's weird? I actually enjoy speedrunning, but I don't enjoy games that have timers on them. Like, I still to this day have never played Majora's Mask because I got turned off by the fact that there was a timer attached to it. I was incredibly stressed when I first played through Fallout 1.
Ah, yes. I mean, the time trials are more like try to be as fast as you can. It's not about the time limit. You can. There were some interesting bugs where people had a time trial going for like an hour, and then they couldn't save because the game can't handle that. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Now I'm just imagining somebody starting a time trial, waiting like 6 months or whatever, and then turning it in at exactly the right moment so they get a 0 or a 1 second trial as it overflows.
Oh, it can't overflow.
It can't? Okay. But that would be funny, though, you have to admit.
It would be, yeah. I mean...
They completed the trial in half a second. Wait a minute.
I'm pretty sure the game crashes if you let it run for like months at a time, because of the... Like, if you open the map real quick, and then press Y, I believe, the toggle trace button.
Ah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
So it records every second. It records where you are, and then plots that trace from it. But there's a limit to how much it can store. So if you just let it run for far too long, it'll crash because it has a limited storage on that.
Does it sustain this through playthroughs?
Oh yeah. It's in your save file.
That's awesome. I really like this function.
Yeah, another thing I stole from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's reasonable, you know. It's a good addition. I like it. But I think that's about our time point.
All right.
But this has been an absolute delight. Thank you for joining me.
Well, thanks for doing this. I had fun chatting about whatever.
Yeah, maybe we'll do this again sometime. But either way, I'll be talking with you later because you're a cool person. What?
I don't know.
You know? Do you have any closing thoughts?
Yes. Closing thoughts are: give me all of your money so I can make more video games. Thank you.
And you can do that on the link to Kandria.
Yeah, yeah. Jokes aside, yeah, thank you for playing. Thanks for showing it on the stream and to people watching. We have a Discord and all of that fun stuff. I'm Shinmera pretty much everywhere. I'm always happy to chat if you want to talk about the game or just games in general or programming or drawing or whatever. I'm always happy for whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hope
I
you
put
have
a
a good
link
time
to the Steam page for the game is right below. I'll add a link to some of their other social connection pages. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that all of you had a good time. Go pick up Kandria. It's a wonderful game made by cool people. And thank you for watching. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike the video if you didn't like it, fair is fair, and hit the subscribe button to see more. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. afternoon. Wait, no, this is afternoon. Oh wait, there. Yeah, afternoon. Cheers, friends.